The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champs. The Eagles took on the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs in New Orleans Sunday night. The Eagles squashing KC's quest for a historic three-peat. It all started with Philly's famous one-yard brotherly shove touchdown in the first quarter. But after that, it was all about defense and Houston native Jalen Hurts carrying the Eagles to dominance. When the clock struck zero, the final score was 40-22. With the former Channelview High School football star winning the Super Bowl MVP. The path to becoming a Super Bowl champion and MVP has been a challenging one for Hurts. Before getting drafted by the Eagles in the second round of the 2020 draft, Hurts was once the starting quarterback for the University of Alabama during their recent years as a powerhouse program. After losing his starting job, he'd eventually transfer to the University of Oklahoma, where he led the Sooners to the Peach Bowl in 2019. Now, before the bright lights and all this national fame, KHOU 11 had the pleasure of speaking with young Jalen Hurts. It was back in 2015 when we named him our KHOU 11 Athlete of the Week.
For Channelview quarterback Jalen Hurts, football has been more than just a game.
And football is it's in my blood. It's something I was raised around.
His father's a longtime coach. His older brother played too. It was his time as a ball boy at a young age that hooked him for life.
Started at Baytown League, then moved to Channelview, of course, but it's just a blessing to be in my situation.
Well, Jalen is no longer just a little kid with a passion for this sport.
I've never doubted myself. I'm confident, not cocky. I believe in my craft. I'm confident in my craft.
He's become one of the most dynamic playmakers in the area. He's accounted for 22 of his team's 33 touchdowns this season, including 12 in the past 2 weeks. But while his stats are impressive, he takes more pride in the progress he's made as a leader.
As a freshman, I kind of led by example instead of, verbalizing and, speaking my mind. So now I've gotten to the point where I can speak my mind, they'll respect it and they'll listen. It didn't kind of hit me until maybe last year where I knew, okay, this is my team and I have to, lead them.
He's helped establish a winning culture at Channelview. Next year, though, he'll be walking onto a campus where winning is expected. Jalen is committed to play at Alabama, a place he calls a great fit.
They led their athletes in the right direction, and I like that.
But for all his skills on the field, he's got a bit of a hidden talent.
I cook crawfish. I've been helping my dad do it maybe since I was 4 or 5, so it just kind of took over. I took over, I guess.
What's the secret?
I can't tell you the secret.
Jalen's a great talent on the field, but his main goal is winning a district title here at Channelview. Congratulations, man, for being our Athlete of the Week.
Hurts' Super Bowl MVP on Sunday was also a bit of a revenge game. The Eagles played against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl just 2 years ago, falling to the Chiefs and fellow Texas native Patrick Mahomes 38-35. Now, before that big game in 2023, we had the chance to speak with Jalen's mother, who shared with us exactly what her son did to land on the big stage.
We're joined by Pamela Hurts, Jalen's mother. And Pamela, this is such an exciting time. Have you gotten any sleep the last week or so?
I have not. I am truly sleep deprived. I can't remember the last quality night of sleep I've had in maybe a week and a half, so no.
I talked with you before he played in the first national championship game. And we talked about, as parents, it's great to go through experiences, but it's different to see our children go through these experiences.
Very different.
Now, he's going to be in the Super Bowl. So how has this been for you?
I would say it's a 30 for 30 movement. It's going to be a movie. At times I feel like it's unreal, but then again, it is real because a family friend, Miss Alice Hall, rest her soul, she prophesied this long ago. Jalen was maybe 5th grade or 6th grade. And she said, baby, your oldest son, he's going to do some great things. But the baby, he's going all the way. And he's playing in the NFL. So fast forward to now, I've always believed in my heart that it was going to happen. So to live it, and to actually see it come to pass, I can't put that into words. I can't.
Ooh. Did Jalen know? Has Jalen known about that the whole time?
Yes. And she lived to see it happen. I had him autograph her a big photo of him, and it just made her day. I was so glad she lived to see it pass.
Oh my goodness! And
I
this
miss
was
her dearly.
this was a friend of yours, an aunt.
She worked for my dad, and we became really, really good friends.
Oh my gosh! I'd love to see that picture.
I have to get in touch with her daughter.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that is.
It's heartwarming.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, it's destiny. It's destiny.
Oh my goodness! Well, let's go back to the NFC Championship game. What a thrill in Philadelphia! I mean, tell me what a high you were on. Down the stretch, you saw that Philadelphia was clearly winning this game. Well, what was that experience like?
Well, the first deep pass, we knew it. We all jumped up with excitement, screaming and hollering. And at that moment, we knew it. Because, again, for some reason, people always underestimate Jalen. Always. But I will never bet against him. He's a winner.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask about first, because Patrick Mahomes is the perennial Super Bowl quarterback.
Yes.
And everyone expects him to have a great game. They do not have great expectations on your son, but you know how he comes through in the clutch.
Well, Jalen has a lot of little anecdotes, and one of my favorites is everyone's opinions don't deposit at the bank, and that's true. Everybody has an opinion, but opinion is just that. I speak in facts, and I've seen nothing but him produce. Every time he sets foot on the field, he's breaking some kind of record. It is what it is. It's not boasting, it's not bragging, but I mean, it's factual.
Yeah.
It's not an opinion.
The thing about Jalen is he always figures out a way.
Always.
That's what I was saying on the air on Sunday night. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, okay, look at his stats. Okay, he's better with all that. But Jalen always finds a way.
In spite of every obstacle, every challenge, every naysayer, injuries, nobody is in perfect health at this time of the year. In spite of, and I believe that if he would have not gotten hurt, he'd be the MVP. For sure. Hands down.
Yeah, because he had to battle back from that.
He did. And all the players are battling back. I know, even Mahomes. That game he played against, who was that he played against? I forget. They won.
First game back?
With the leg injury.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The last game. I forgot who the opponent was.
I don't know, but
Was it
I can't think off the top of my head. Yeah.
But he's battle tested. Yeah, he's
deserving
of it too. But
yeah, and they were 0-2, by the way,
yeah,
when he was out.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
pretty.
because it's the system. It's the system. You can plug and play any quarterback in the system, but when he's out, they lose.
System breaks down.
So
down.
Is it the system? I say not.
Let me ask you about that. We see him on the football field. Whatever it takes, he finds a way. Has that been the way he's been ever since he was a little kid?
Very driven, very focused, very detail-oriented, not easily rattled. Nothing can get him upset. Very methodical. He's very analytical, and he gets a lot of that from Dad. But always has to have a plan and a goal in mind, and a plan in place to achieve those goals. Always.
He's so low-key.
Very.
Of course, his dad is always low-key, but in news conferences, he's low-key. He's not a low-key teammate, I'm guessing.
No, I mean, he tries to and he does a really good job of putting the team first, because he couldn't be where he is without the team, without the coaching. All of that, it's a true team sport. And so there's no I in team. So I love that he does that. But he likes to have fun, but right now he's in work mode. And so he's on a business trip. And once he steps on the field, it's another day at the office. So once his goal is achieved, then you'll see, the fun-loving Jalen. But right now, it's not the time.
Oh, we saw it after the NFC Championship game, him singing "Fly, Eagles, Fly." Tell me about that.
That was awful. But
that was great.
It was funny, but He can sing better than that. But the acoustics in the stadium was bad. He clearly could not have heard how he sounded. He was horrible. But it was all in fun. I was happy to see him happy and let loose and kind of show people a different side.
Yeah, it was another connection he made with Eagles fans.
Yes. I mean, it's hard to root against Jalen, even though he was out of tune, but, it was fun. It was fun.
I thought that was so much fun. It was, athletically, he's always been driven. Academically, he's always been good, too, though.
Honor Society since 6th grade.
Yeah. Tell me about that. What did you say?
Honor Society, he was inducted in the 6th grade. And it carried all the way through high school. And we know he graduated early. Academics has always been important. As a testament, he wanted to finish his degree at Alabama. So it's always been at the forefront. Always.
Boy, what a great message that sends to young people.
Oh, yeah. Education, you got to have something to fall back on. You have that, that's your plan B in case plan A does not work out.
The relationship with Nick Saban has always been great, even though he hadn't been the starting quarterback there. What was that like to go through with him? He gets benched, and then he comes off the bench to help his team. The leadership that he showed and the maturity that he showed through all of that, Pamela. What did you think as a parent?
I was in awe and I was amazed because I don't know if I would have had the fortitude to do that. Honestly, I don't. But to see it happen then, of course, as a parent, you hurt for your child. All the work that he put in to get to that point for that to happen, but realistically, it's about winning, and he was not getting the job done at the time. And so when the change was made, we were all crushed, of course. So we were just there for him after, to be with him, support him, keep him, encourage him, and let him know that this is just temporary. You're going through this. You're not going to always be here. You're not stuck. So let's just keep working. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep getting better. And you can't give up because you're not a quitter. It's not in your DNA. So going through that was a really tough time for everybody. As a backup, to be honest, he was the most popular quarterback on the roster as a backup. When he got the standing ovation on the 4th game, everybody knew that he was going to stay and lose a year of eligibility. That was amazing. He got a standing ovation at the stadium, and so he's well loved, revered in Alabama. I think he will always be a legend in Alabama. And then for him to come back and win the national championship in that same stadium in which he was benched, that was like redemption. It's a movie. I mean, you couldn't write a better story.
The tears that were shed.
Oh my God.
Sadness.
Joy. I mean, I haven't cried yet because I don't know why, but I don't know how I'm going to be at the Super Bowl, especially if there's a win. Or when we win, when we win. I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't know. I can't tell you. But I'm excited for him. I'm happy for him. I know what it took to get here. We're with him the whole entire way. And it's just amazing. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Give us a quick scouting report because you've been around football a long time. What do you think it's going to take to beat the Chiefs?
The pass rush, we got to get at Mahomes. I know he can get the ball out quick. Pass rush. Stop the run and stop Mahomes.
You didn't mention your son in the offense.
We stopped that. We do that. We got it. We do that. We got it. There's a lot of ways. We've proven that we can win in many different ways. So whichever way you want to pick, we just need to win.
One last question for you. What was this like, have the students here at school chanting
oh my God.
This morning?
They're really getting into it. We had Spirit Week all week this week. If you ride around the district, you'll see on the marquees, Fly Eagles Fly, Good Luck. And then the kids took it upon themselves to do the chant. It's great. I just feel supported and loved.
Hurts' humility continued to follow him throughout his career. The former Channelview QB helped pay expenses for Jarvon Coles' funeral after the North Shore football star was shot and killed in March of 2024. You can find out more about that by watching our Jarvon Coles special right here on KHOU 11+. Now, we may be Texans fans here in Houston, but we will continue to support the athletes who grew up right here in this area. Congratulations, Jalen Hurts. You made us proud. And hopefully we'll see you in next year's Super Bowl II, only this time taking on the Texans.